First of all, guys, if you are looking to get any FIFA coins, check out U7 Buy. They're giving away 10 million coins and some of you may even get 14% off. Just make sure to use code RECALL when you purchase to enter in and get your extra 5% off. What is going on, guys? Of course, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. If you haven't entered already, we are going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be releasing the entrance requirements at 7K. But if you do want entries, all you got to do is subscribe with notifications on and you'll know when it's out. Of course, that's a PS5 on new Xbox, and I am a 37-inch monitor, 4,200 FIFA points, and of course a copy of FIFA 22 upon release. Now, as you can see, I am doing the icon swaps at the moment. I will be releasing the pack, the final one I do. Unfortunately, the stream didn't happen earlier. I couldn't set it up, so unfortunately we will be doing it another time, so I will have streams from Thursday. Without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, the first filter we're going to be looking at, unfortunately I did actually record this already, but we got kicked out of Ultimate Team immediately, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. I've had it a few times recently when I've been sniping and then backing out. But as you guys know, we're doing basically themes at the minute. So today's theme is going to be midfielders from England. We're looking at these guys here. They are all actually going for about 1.4, I believe, as you can see on here. There's a couple pages at 1.4, but there's not an absolute ton. And you can pretty much pick them up at 1.2 and below and get a decent profit on all of those. And see if we can get that one either. Okay, so we're going to have a go on some compare pricing. I have noticed that my Wi-Fi has been a little bit worse recently. I've actually been struggling a little bit to pick up cards. Now, I don't know if that's just a Wi-Fi issue or if that is possibly me being a little bit slower. I couldn't actually tell you. But hopefully it is just the Wi-Fi, because I'm believing I was getting a little better at this stuff, but then we had a bit of a rough patch. Of course, I sold on all the players that I did put in my unassigned, as in all the ones that I bought in videos and then put in unassigned, but unfortunately I didn't pack a team of the year. I have dumped pretty much my entire club into it, so I have a lot of untradables, which I think I'll be going and doing Ronaldo maybe, because he does look like a pretty cool card to do. Yeah, it's definitely not a bad card to have in your club. Even if it is a super sub or whatever, I know it's obviously 5-star skills. He's a little bit slower, but just as a player, he does look like he would be sick. And it'd be nice to have a Ronaldo since I don't have one. Of course, I will be, obviously I was meant to be streaming. I won't be streaming, but I will be streaming in the future. So I've managed to actually get it set up now. So there will be streams in the future. And what I will have on top of that, of course, for the next video, I'm going to show you guys the 85 times 5 pack. I'm going to finish it off tonight because I actually really hope it's my last chance, I think, of getting a team of the year. Or I take Neymar. Pretty much anything that's sick. Like I could improve my team in a few ways pretty easily, so that would be ideal. We're going to move to the next filter though. We're looking at Italian CDM, so you can kind of see where this is going with a couple of these filters. They will be nations and the same nation and the same league, and then midfielder. Of course, you can do that with centre backs as well. The midfielder ones are a little bit lower budget, a little bit easier to pick up as well. If you sell them on at 1.3, you need to pick them up at 1.1, and EA tax will obviously cover a little bit of that for you, but on 1.3 I believe it's only 65 coins, so you'll make about 135 coins a card, which isn't actually too bad, especially that's the minimum. Of course, guys, I've had a few people in the comments say, oh well, you know, 100 coins isn't great. That is obviously the minimum you're looking for. Of course, you don't want to not pick up the 1K cards, but you also want to get the I can't even speak properly. You don't want to just get the 1.1s, but there's also the 900s, the 500s, the 600s, 700s, depending on the filter. This one here, I think the cheapest you can get one for is 700, but that's obviously the best case scenario. Now the worst case scenario is 100 coins. I think a lot of people forget it's not the best case. You're not thinking best case 100 coin profit, you're thinking worst case. And if you want to up the profit on every card, you can just lower it from 1.1k to 1k. The only reason I don't do that is because you do miss out on some profits. I know that 1k or like 100 coin profit isn't appealing on one card, but if you get a few hundreds, a few 200s, it adds up. So it's just best to go for every card. I think it's silly to not do so, but you can knock it down if you are just looking to make higher profits per card. You just will overall make a little bit less profit. Let's see if any of these are 1k. Can we get it? We did miss it, unfortunately. We'll knock it down to 1k quickly just to show you guys how many come up. It just lowers the amount that come up, but you can still get some. We'll have a look at the other filters as well. We've got that one there, Zanilo. See, you can do it. It's pretty easy. Let's have a look. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. We're actually looking at German and Bundesliga. We've got a final filter that was given by my brother, who said it's really good. He's actually the one who helps me run the Discord. If you do want to make like a ton of coins, go check that out. It's obviously a premium Discord. It's £2.50 for the first month, and then if you want to continue, it will just be double that afterwards. So it's not actually too bad compared to obviously other Discords out there. We are trying our best to make you guys a ton of coins. We want to make sure everyone makes profit, because it's just like a little community. The only reason we are charging is because it is obviously a little bit of work, and it does take a lot of time, and over time we do want to make the service better, as you know, as good as possible. So we will be constantly improving it, so go check that out if you are interested. Of course, we will be doing giveaways and stuff for some spaces at some point. At 10k I'll give some away. I'll give 2 or 3 away at 7k as well. So we'll have a few giveaways for spaces. We'll do sort of like every k until 10k, and then it'll be like every 5k, and then you know there will be giving away at least 100 spaces between now and me hitting like 40-50k. So there will be chances for you to get in, but obviously they would be 1 month trial periods, just to show you guys how good the Discord actually is. Everyone so far is making a ton of profit. We've had a few investments in there. I personally actually don't do as much of it as my brother. He's really good at it, and he helps out with the channel sometimes as well, so it is a lot of work for both of us, but the investments and stuff we do take time with, and it is really good. The only reason I say I don't do as much is, as you can see, my coin total isn't huge, because outside of work, YouTube, and running the Discord, it is difficult to actually find time to be following some of these methods, especially like a lot of you guys ask how much time I trade. A lot of my trading is done on a camera. Let's have a look at this here. Okay, so I think we've done all right for all these 3 filters. We're going to go for the next one. I'm really hoping, and I'm probably going to jinx it by saying this, but I'm really hoping that my camera has worked for a change, because it's been absolutely shocking recently. It hasn't worked at all. It's been a little bit poor just in general. We're going to be looking at special Premier League midfielders. So this is obviously just UCL cards. You're only going to really be seeing UCL cards on this one. Let's have a look what we got for them. We've got 1.8s there. Let's back out and have a look what we got here. 1.7s. At 1.7 there's a couple. 1.8 might be a little bit more. 1.8 is kind of where we're going to be selling them on. So EA tax about 90 coins, so 1.6 for the pickups. If you can get 1.6 or below, you're going to be making a pretty decent profit off these cards, guys. So it's a pretty easy method. You just have to be a little bit patient, because sometimes I do find UCL cards do pop up a little bit less sometimes, but as long as you're patient, you're going to make it worth your while. It is a really easy set of filters, to be honest, so you might as well give it a go. We're going to have a look at one more, see if we can get 1 or 2 more players, and then we'll call it a day, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Of course, if you're new around here, you know what to do. Subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram. We went and managed to get some pictures today, so they'll be up over the next few days. And I appreciate you guys' support across all platforms. I know some of you support me on literally everything, so I do really appreciate that. We're going to go for upping those Twitch followers by the end of the year, along with making sure we get, I want to get like, from like next week, I want to get like 1 or 2 hours streamed every week on Twitch and YouTube. So we'll have like both platforms running, both platforms trying to do as well as possible. Of course, YouTube, I will do a little bit more, because obviously I am a YouTuber, I guess. So obviously I do want to maintain everything we've got here. Rather, I don't know why on earth that has happened. Right, this is right, okay, back to streaming. I'll be streaming a lot more over the coming weeks, but we're going to call it day there, because clearly the game doesn't even want me to play anymore, and I'll see you guys in the next one.